chọghị Biafra rụkọ bụrụ ya maka ọ karịa mmanụ nwụrụ anwụ. Nwafọ Igbo na-achọghị Biafra rụkọ bụrụ ya ọ karịa mmanụ nwụrụ anwụ. Nwafọ Igbo na-achọghị Biafra rụkọ bụrụ ya maka ọ karịa mmanụ nwụrụgo. Nwafọ Igbo na-achọghị Biafra rụkọ bụrụ ya ọ karịa mmanụ nwụrụ. Imanadika dinta jarabia nkene buge ya. Imanadika dinta jarabia nkene buge ya. Ogano chure aso coach kwetena obago chitindu nawo. Ogago chure aso coach kwetena obago chitindu nawo. Abo Brother Masikwala makine sirike kiweli sigiruba sabo. Ezio ima wanawa kesene yene marama kiwele ndoge biego. Imana bunkage mekiwe iesendelu enye dia unine keruru sabo. Nduhe wegudo.
Thank you. One minute, right? Thank you. Money man, thank you. Facebook user, thank you. Ambrose, thank you. All over Palette, thank you. Thank you for joining me. Please hit the like button. It's going to be a very quick one, maybe 30 minutes. Thank you, JJ. Please make sure you hit the like button. Thank you. Maybe if you are writing from Facebook, I just add your name because Facebook doesn't show the name of the person. Problem with this year.
Bianara Biafra do Bianaraya here where they reggae brother Senator Bianara Biafra Governor Bianara Biafra Absubsidiary Bianaraya Abataya here where they reggae brother Oh Anile Yala Biafra Kele tuko kike Asemo wanile yala omo Biafra kanyi kele tuko kike Onye furo logi Wezi yanyi mazi na modikal dike Obiago wetobu gibo na abo Wekolugo na obonye tuko vijelolo Wekolugo
Thank you, Facebook. Please hit the like button. I know it's too late now. Maybe I should just go ahead. Thank you, Obieze.
Memo Nambore Koron Wepugo Nama
Darlene, Right. BLA, oh yeah. BLA, oh yeah. Thank you for joining me tonight. And let's quickly do the needful tonight. Omoyele Sowore had an interview with the what do you call them on YouTube? The bunch, something bunch. What do you call them? What do you call these guys? That's what the name they bear. Nedu and Friends. That's only the name they actually bear. The bunch. What's that their name? What's that their name again? Something bunch. Let me see. Because I watched the interview. I watched it. Let me see. The Honest Bunch. Thank you. The Honest Bunch. That's it. The Honest Bunch. From YouTube. Their YouTube page is Glitch Africa Studios. The Honest Bunch podcast. The Honest Bunch podcast. But before the podcast was premiered, it was a premiere because they already have had that interview, but they will premiere it for everyone to watch. So that means to say they have edited the work for you to see. But a clip, synopsis of that interview was already going viral on social media. And before now, I've always heard about what they call the Igbo problem. And this is a problem that Nigeria have always claimed that they have. They have always said that the problem they have is the Igbo problem. And Omoyele Sowore actually said that there is a secret document. Omoyele Sowore is not a politician before now. But if Omoyele Sowore could know about a secret document, I'm going to bring that short clip. You know, if Omoyele Sowore should have an idea about that secret document, and even without such a document, you and I already know that we have always been a problem to these people. Did we cause them any problem? No. Do we create problem for them? No. But they assume that we are their problem. And hence, we are always at the receiving end of every form of attack, every form of things, evil perpetuated against us. To the extent that the most brutal war ever fought, or the most brutal genocide, I won't call it war, the most brutal and the most gruesome genocide was committed against our people because of this so-called Igbo problem. And now what actually pushed me to make sure I come and do this broadcast tonight, of which I know that our men, our government, will not take it lightly. With everyone, that's why first and foremost, we already have given all this bunch of criminal politicians, we already gave them a vote of no confidence. That's why, as far as Biafra land is concerned, they are no longer in charge. But the truth remains that any one of them that are still parading themselves as Southeast politicians, we are going to show them pepper going forward. Thank God the days are here for the redeclaration of Biafra. Hence, every one of these God-forsaken people, every one of these evil-minded people who are already aware of these kind of documents. They already know that there is nothing that has changed, that will change, and yet they don't care. They still continue to insist on one Nigeria. We remember Ezife, Chukwemeka Ezife, the one that passed away, was it last year that the old man went away? The last time he was speaking to the Fulani people or those in power, he was like even begging them and telling them, we will create a space, we will have a place for Fulani, we will give them chance, we will give them, privileges, they will enjoy it, they will live with us and all that, all those kind of things. And you come to realize now that this man died with this one Nigeria mentality, knowing fully well about this Igbo problem. Knowing fully well about this Igbo problem, knowing fully well about this determination to exterminate, annihilate his own people, yet he was still spreading his hands and, ready to even be at the receiving end, so long as he remains relevant in the scheme of things in Nigeria. The Igbo problem, they say we are their problem. And yet we are the ones that have always made that unity to work. And yet they say we are their problem. And their target is to make sure they completely wipe us out. You knew about it. You have knowledge of the document. Some of you even signed to that document. We saw Ifeanyi Oba signing such kind of documents with the Shetima. Most of you, Hope Uzodimma, and all of you criminal politicians, you have signed that document. Yes. They will tell you that you are very privileged to occupy such a space because there is no chance. They don't trust you people. But they will tell you that they trust you. That's why they want to give you this opportunity. And you must promise them that you will do everything they ask you to do. You will sign. You will sign. You sign away the future, the life of your people because of political position in the zoo. Time to settle scores are here. Because there is no way. I have come to the conclusion that, honestly speaking, some of these evil people, some of these wicked politicians, even those that have been buried, they will be assumed to come and face judgment. They will be assumed. Because you cannot possibly know about all this kind of evil. You know that there's no way these people will ever give your people a chance. There's no way. Yet you signed in and you continue to insist for one Nigeria. With what is going on with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, yet you are insisting on one Nigeria. With everything happening in Biafra land, the militarized Biafra land, everywhere, military, confronting our people, fighting against our people, maiming and destroying our land. Yet, you sign in for this document to please Nigeria. Even though you pass away, you die, you will be assumed to come and answer. Your dry bones will be judged, sentenced. I'm telling you. Because, in fact, let me bring that video. Let me bring it. I just intend to bring this out because I don't see the reason why anybody with everything Ndi Igbo have been through, you would even subscribe to anything about Nigeria. All right.
Nigeria had.
Let me bring this. Okay. I listened to the full interview. You know, I listened to the full interview. It's a long one, but he had a lot to say. And what breaks the camel back for me is that he knows very well that there's no way you will ever, play any part. They had no role for you to play in their one Nigeria. Their determination is to eliminate you because they don't trust you. And yet, you are subscribing for one Nigeria. That is the reason why we must begin to judge every one of you. Honestly speaking. Listen to this 1 minute clip.
Nigeria has an Igbo problem. There is a secret memo in government that whenever we want to take charge in this country, be careful of the Igbo. Don't give them position. Don't give them opportunity. Otherwise, they will over. For an Igbo man to survive in Nigeria, as it is currently put together, Nigeria must break.
Wait, the meeting you had with Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes.
You are telling us now that Nnamdi Kanu.
Don't you know what happened, the cop program in this country, where people were slaughtered and their bodies and their heads placed inside the train going down south? Even our parents. Wow. Tell us, Igbo, in 2024, detaining Nnamdi Kanu against all the court orders, against all the court rulings.
In fact, you needed to listen to the full interview, and the parts the Biafra Republic government have taken for our freedom. It is the final hope and the final chance you have. Omoyele Sowore said that when he met with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he knew that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had the right to do what he was doing. But the only thing is that he came to see whether there is a way they can collaborate, do something together, and find a better path on how to solve the problem. Because he have come to the conclusion whereby he agreed with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that, yes, the truth is that there is a global interest to keep Nigeria the way it is. Those were his words. There is a global interest to keep Nigeria the way it is. But the truth about this whole thing, the truth that we need to make these people who are interested in Nigeria, that want to keep it the way it is, of which our government have been able to prove beyond every doubt that their interest, it is going to backfire on them. And the only saving grace they have is for Biafra to be free. Whatever interest they have in Nigeria, whatever interest, whether oil interest, whatever mineral, solid or liquid mineral interest they have in Nigeria, they can benefit it from Biafra without serving the purpose of this same terrorists that will eventually, target them and destroy them. Now they are seeing it play out on the streets of London, in the streets of Paris, on the streets of Belgium, in the streets of Amsterdam. It's playing out. They are seeing it. So that is why at this time, right now, we are having a win-win situation. We are having what? A win-win situation. That global interest to keep Nigeria the way it is backfiring, and by the time it gets to the bottleneck, it will explode. And all of them that have enjoy that interest and want to keep that interest, some of them may not even live to survive it. Believe you me, some of their places, their kingdoms, their countries will be torn into pieces. And the only thing that will save them is that Biafra becomes free and independent, to be able to curtail these demons that are building up to launch heavy attacks against them. Yes. So those global interests on Nigeria, they have seen now, most of them. That's why in the corridors of power in the USA, you know, they are listening to us. And Chukwu Kikabiama, who knows very well that these desperate times, you know, we need to have a man that will be speaking for us at the king's gates. And now we have strategic places. Biafra have got men speaking for us. Biafra have got what? Men speaking for us. So how can you, you know, allow such an entity to continue to breed, you know, the breeding of wickedness that is growing, springing like wildfire? You allow it to continue. It's going to destroy a lot, including all of you that have that interest. The people that have contributed have made that place even look like a place that people can even say they are living in. They have become targets. The people that better serve your own interest better, because those people that you think are serving your interest, they are going to be against your own interest. Believe you me. And then they are beginning to see it now. They know it. That is why we needed a man like Donald in the seat of power, like Donald Trump. We needed him in that seat of power, and it is happening. And everything is going to be working out in our own favor. And as the dust settles, as it is settling now, every one of you that have known, listen to what Showore said. I will repeat it again. He said there is a secret document that, look, we don't trust the Igbos. They can never be in the seat of power. They will never, because we don't trust them. You know those things. And you know that even though they give you, you know, governor, senator, you know, House of Rep, you cannot change the plan. That governor they give you only benefits you and your household. That senator they give you only benefits you and your household. It doesn't benefit Biafrans. It doesn't benefit Igbo, as you call yourselves, Igbo, Southeast. It doesn't benefit any one of them. Yet, you damn the consequences of all the evil that has been perpetuated on your own people, and you continue to Abuja, to all the old, to Kaduna, to Sokoto. Eh? They take all the blessings of your land, pack them to Abuja. You will go there and collect share from your own, you know, from your own something, you know, something that belongs to you. They will collect it. Then you, because of your gluttony and your wickedness, you go to Abuja just to collect a ration, put in your pocket. Every other person can perish. That is why, as we settle scores, you will never go unpunished. Those of you that think you have escaped it, by, you know, paying before now, we are going to exhume you. And you will, your corpses will answer for the crimes you have committed against Biafrans. Yes, you will answer for all the evil you have committed against Biafrans, because there is no way any human being that have conscience will allow himself to be used like this.
Nigeria has.
Listen to him again.
Nigeria has an Igbo problem. There is a secret memo in government that whenever we want to take charge in this country, be careful of the Igbo. Don't give them position. Don't give them opportunity.
Now you know all these things. You know. And then they come and they buy you. And then you don't care about any of these things that you know that they have already written in their secret memo. That there's no way, you are wanted. You are not trusted, that secret memo, Even if they didn't tell you with everything they are doing to your people, can't you see it? Can't you smell it? Yet you go there to serve your own interests. And you're calling for one Nigeria, and your people are perishing. The other day, Dave Umai, after he has given them all the opportunity to come and take over the whole places, and they come and they ransack and buy his people anyhow, he started crying on national TV. And after that cry today, is he not working for the same APC government that destroy his people? And you tell me that such a man, we're going to allow him to have a free day. You are better convert to Islam and remain there. Just convert to the religion and remain there. Because there's no way Biafra land will contain any one of you. It is true that your influence in Biafra is dead and gone. And you must also go with that your influence. You must go with that your influence. But there's no way Biafrans will forgive you. No way. There's no way. And right now, you can see there's opportunity because the walls are falling on them. The problem they have created is now backfiring on them. Terrorists have taken over their own place. Now, God has sent you a savior to sustain your own side. You join them, looking for how to stop your savior, looking for how to destroy your own. Even though right now you can see that despite all the whole calamity around the zoo, Biafra remains Goshen. Biafra remains preserved. Biafra remains the safest place around that location 9. Our Prime Minister responded to that today. Biafra remains the only solution. Yes. Let me see. Do I have that video? Let me get the video of our Prime Minister responding, of which I have downloaded it on my YouTube, but let me play it. Let me play it here. Let me play it here. Our land remains the safest place.
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans. This is the 11th day of November 2024, and I am here again to respond to a question by somebody who just asked me, Prime Minister, what do we do to sustain the peace and security we've brought to Biafra land? And I told him, and I said, I am going to make this video to respond because I know many people are going to be asking the same question. So here is my response. The only way to sustain the peace that we have brought to Biafra territory and to the Biafra people is to make sure that Nigeria never breed within our territory. The Nigeria terrorist army, Nigeria terrorist state police, and every arm-carrying person under Nigeria within Biafra territory must not be allowed to breed because they are the main cause of insecurity. They are the terrorists that have been terrorizing people, facilitating the attack against indigenous people, and shielding these ragtag terrorists when they come to kill. So we are not going to allow them to breed in Biafra territory until Biafra become an independent state, recognized under international community and the United Nations. I want you to take a look at where Nigeria is breeding, how the security situation are in those places. Take a look in Yoruba land. Nigeria is breeding in Yoruba land. 29,000 people have been reportedly killed by the Fulani terrorists. Look at the northeast, northwest, where Nigeria is breeding. There are many terrorist groups springing up on daily basis. Innocent women and children are being neutralized every day. Take a look in the Middle Belt, where Nigeria is breeding. There are people who have given birth to their children inside IDP camp. And many of those children are today 19 years of age. What does that tell you? It means that people have actually left and fled their ancestral land and have been living in IDP camp for more than 19 years. And without any plan for them to reclaim their land is now being occupied by strangers. Who are those strangers? The fighters that were actually killing the people and chasing them out of their own land. Nigeria is breeding in the Middle Belt. And that's the reason why we decided that the solution to sustain the security in our land is to make sure that Nigeria never breed. And that's what Simon Ekpa is leading. Thank you very much. God bless you.
We will never allow Nigeria to breathe in Biafra territory. Never. Master Vin, you want the link? Okay, let me put the link for you. I didn't intend to put link before. My own was just first to submit this and then go. But since you are awake and you want to come in, why not? Why not? Let me put the link, Master Vin. I am putting it on the comment section right away. Please grab the link and join me. Master Vin. Grab the link and join me. How can you heard what Shore said? He said there is this Igbo problem. Now, between you and I, does Igbo give them problem? Have we ever given them problem? The answer is no. Have they not been the one giving them? Now, Shore made mention of the pogrom. The pogrom. Eh? So you, as a politician, you are aware of the pogrom, and yet you are still facilitating what we maintain one Nigeria. Despite the fact that you are aware of the pogrom. Eh? Chineke ga ogoku, owu na Chineke ogoku, anyi wa wumu Biafra ga ogoku. Listen to what Showore said here. I will repeat it again.
Nigeria has an Igbo problem. There is a secret memo in government that whenever we want to take charge in this country, be careful of the Igbo. Don't give them position. Don't give them opportunity. Otherwise, they will overlap. For an Igbo man to survive in Nigeria, as it is currently put together, Nigeria must break.
So that means to say, Showore is telling you that if Nigeria does not break, you will never survive. How else do you want him to say it? For an Igbo man to survive in Nigeria, as it is currently being set up, Nigeria must break. He didn't say Nigeria will break, but we try to make Nigeria. No, he said Nigeria must break. At least if I understand English very well, it means that if Nigeria doesn't break, an Igbo man will never survive in Nigeria. You are aware of this. Yet you are going for one Nigeria. The thunder that will destroy you, I don't know the color it should be. Listen to him again.
Don't give them position. Don't give them opportunity. Otherwise, they will overlap. For an Igbo man to survive in Nigeria, as it is currently put together, Nigeria must break.
Nigeria must break. For an Igbo man to survive in Nigeria, if you have time, you need to, if you listen to everything he had to say in that podcast, you will understand that there is no hope for anyone in that Nigeria. No hope for anyone. And that's why the young man kept insisting on revolution, revolution, revolution. Even though he's saying keep coming back for election, to campaign and all that, he knows very well, he knows. He just wants to make sure he remains in the face of the whole electoral process, the jamboree that goes on with the election, because it's all turning turning in circle. There's only one thing that will save you. As Biafrans are breaking away, the only thing that will save the rest of you that needs saving is revolution. Because some of you are so scared. And the reason why some of you, when we talk about Biafra, you say, no. You want to buy everybody. You will still buy all the same. You will still buy. Because there's a program already to buy you. And so the only thing that will save you is that Nigeria must break. And so how does it break? You will not wait. You have to begin to break away first. Because if you don't break away, as it is breaking, it will break you together with it. So you break away. Yes, it is obvious that it is breaking now, but you must bring yourself out and be on the safe side and allow it to break. So that as we are out and it is breaking, we safeguard ourselves, we preserve ourselves, we protect ourselves, and allow the walls around it to crumble and crash. And everyone we know that have ever supported keeping that wall up, there's no room for you. There's no room for you. Believe you me. Because all you have ever done was to collect money from the enemies of your own people to allow that wall crumble on them so that you will run away to a safe zone. We're not going to allow that. Mazivin, I put this link for you. I don't know whether you're still interested in coming in. Yeah. I see Prince CK. Prince CK, I see you. Listen to Shore again. Let him. That is it. How can you listen and see all these kind of things? The fact that Shore is saying it doesn't mean that it is the first time our people is knowing about these things. This is the same thing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have always been saying. This thing that Shore is saying, is it different from what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said here? Let me show you this. Tell me that it is different, then I will tell you it is completely not different.
People don't know what is coming, do they? They have no idea. I feel sorry for the zoo. They have no idea. Any day that all of you gang up to support your one Nigeria garbage, the more you're digging your collective graves. Nigeria can never ever be fixed. It's broken beyond repair. Can never be fixed.
Did you see that? Is there anything different from what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told you there? This is things he has said a long time ago. Repeatedly and repeatedly. Repeatedly said. And then now, Showore have done one election, did another one, and this is the time. This is the first time Showore is actually coming openly to tell you in a blunt and in a clear terms that for any one of you, Igbo, Biafra, to survive, that Nigeria must break. Yeah? Yes. This is the first time he's bluntly saying it. And if he's saying it, he knows all those politicians. Believe you me.
Nigeria has an Igbo problem. There is a secret memo in government that whenever we want to take charge in this country, be careful of the Igbo. Don't give them position. Don't give them opportunity. Otherwise, they will back. For an Igbo man to survive in Nigeria, as it is currently put together, Nigeria must break.
Wait, the meeting you had with Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes.
You are telling us now that Nnamdi Kanu.
Don't you know what happened, the cop program in this country, where people were slaughtered and their bodies and their heads placed inside the train going down south? Even our parents. Wow. Tell us, Igbo, in 2024, detaining Nnamdi Kanu against all the court orders, against all the court rulings.
I said I watched from beginning to end of that particular podcast. I'm sure it was more than 2 hours. I listened from beginning to end. Many, many deep things he said. Many. I know most of them had to do with the history of Nigeria, the political system, and all the politicians, criminal politicians, and all of them. He mentioned every one of them. But the bottom line he actually said there was that the only thing that will save you is a revolution. And then when he was talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he had a lot to say. And he said that for the whole court to declare him free, and yet they kept him there. Is that not a sign for you to know? That's when he was not telling them that for an Igbo man to survive in Nigeria, the way it is constituted, Nigeria must break. Otherwise, Prince CK, you're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you so Pastor Vam.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Indeed, Nigeria has an Igbo problem. Anybody that say he doesn't know is just lying to himself.
Thank you.
Now, I'm going to say something that's probably somebody that is sincere to himself will agree with me that it's a fact. When you talk about the Igbo problem, it is not the Yorubas. It is not probably the Hausas. We can probably trace back the problem of Nigeria back to the British rule. Now, when did Nigerian or Igbo problem began? There is something that we often talk about, which is the Ekumeku War.
Okay.
The only problem that gave the British, that gave them problem was the Igbos. The only people that gave them problem were the Igbos. It was easy for them to capture the Yorubas. It was also easy for them to capture the Northerners.
Yes.
But the Igbos was their problem. That was the reason why, even when they were leaving Nigeria, they decided to hand over everything to the North. Now, oftentimes, we have said something about the meaning of Naira. A lot of people still don't want to agree with it. Naira is never allowed to.
I know.
It's a fact.
I need you to.
It is a fact.
I know that there is a distraction where you are. I need you to stay in a place where your voice, because you are saying something very important here. I know.
Okay.
Do you want me to allow? I think Madam is talking behind you, and that's why she is distracting you.
Okay. I think is it better here?
Yeah. Just take your time and get a very quiet place. I know.
Okay. Is it better here?
Yeah, it's better there. It's better here.
Is it okay here? Okay.
It's okay.
Nigeria simply means never allow Igbos rule again. It was an instruction given to Nigeria, and they have to imbibe it with their currency. You see what Showore is telling you, that Nigeria has an Igbo problem. Showore is telling you the truth. He's telling the whole world the truth.
Hold on. It's not only Showore that said it. He's not hearing me. He's not hearing me.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
There is that Yoruba naval officer that recently exposed the Fulani Islamic.
Yes, Tunde.
He also said it. He said something about the Igbo problem. I've heard it from two prominent people. Obadiah Lafia had to personally, on behalf of the Middle Beltans, apologize to Ndi Igbo.
That is true. I agree with you. That is true. But one thing, look at this, Mr. Pastor Van. These Nigerians never know that working against the Igbos is holding themselves down. I'm going to say something, like I said, I'm going to say something that a lot of people might not agree, but that is the fact. The whole thing is all about oil and gas.
Yes.
The oil and gas is from Igbo land. The only state from the Yoruba land that have oil is Ondo. That is the reason why the presidency can go to Yoruba land. It can go to Hausa land in order to control the oil and gas in Biafra land. Because if you put an Igbo man there, he's going to fix everything and everybody will benefit. Those people that are taking it, the people that colonize Nigeria, that are taking it for free, it will stop. But it is easier for a Yoruba man to be there. He will be taken for his own personal use. He will be giving the colonial masters. That is the game. That is the reason why an Igbo man will never be there. It does not matter what our politicians do. They will never be there because they have the colonial masters fought with the Igbos. They know what you can do. They know you can fix Nigeria and make everybody to be happy. They know that. But if they allow you to do that, they will not be benefiting again. So on the part of the Yoruba people, they think that holding Igbo man is going to benefit them. So all this envy and whatever tribalism, to them, they think it is to their own benefit. They don't know that when you hold somebody down, you are holding yourself down. The Igbo man, the Biafrans are the key to Nigerian success. You can never put the key to success down and you think you will progress. It can never happen. What Showere is saying is the fact. The only solution is the disintegration of Nigeria, because the Yoruba people, they are not progressing.
Yes.
The Hausa people, they are not progressing. Because the reason is what? They hold the key down that is going to bring progress. It's just like, for instance, Pastor Vam, your house is full of gold. Somebody else came to your house and he said, oh, he wants to take over your house. Then he hired another person to come and be supervising it. The other person he hired, he will be giving the person that he hired maybe 1 piece of gold, whereas he's taking 100 pieces. That is what is happening to Yoruba people. That is what is happening to Hausa people. Because the real gold is in Igbo land.
Yes.
The British knew that right from the beginning. And that is the reason why you look at, they started by disintegrating the Igbo land. They first created the Midwest. The Midwest, they call Bendel State, which is now people talking about Anioma. They knew that Anioma is an Igbo land. Go back and see what Dennis Osadebe was saying in the olden days. It is the same thing that this man, Ned Nwoko, is still fighting for. They separated them, but it was the same Anioma that was the center of Ekumeku War. The Ekumeku War was fought by every Igbo man. The Igbos will come from the hinterland and they will come to the center of the war. They will move back. So it was a problem for the British people to know how these people were organizing themselves and where they were coming from. So that is the problem. What Showore said is a plain fact. The Yoruba people are not progressing. The other people are not progressing, but the likes of Tinubu, because it goes to their own personal purse, their own personal purse. So they will think that they are progressing. The entire Yoruba people will not progress, because that is the way it was created. My brother, just like Showore said, it is a simple fact. Our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, has been saying it, and these are some of the things Ojukwu even saw in those days. Before they were like, Ojukwu tell them, please, let us do this thing. Let us go back to this regionalism so that you people will benefit too. But they kicked against him. Sorry, I was listening to something today by this guy, Mr. Okocha, where he was playing Dele Farutimi's broadcast.
Yes.
So now, if you listen to that, you will see there is a subtle whatever Yeah, I must say I don't have anything against Mr. Dele Farotimi. He has probably a plain mind and a good mind. He speaks the way he understands, but at the same time too, you see, if you look at some of these people after preaching, they see all these good things. What Nigerians are suffering, yet they will still tell you one Nigeria. One Nigeria. I am like, what is going on?
Dele was buying into the idea of sit at home. I was saying, he said
yes,
that what he needs is to sit at home for the 3rd of December, because he said he doesn't want it to be like he's confronting our IPOB brothers and all what have you. But the truth is that at the end of the day, all of them, including Showore, Farotimi, and every one of them, the fact that they are just beating around this truth of
I'm telling you,
the only solution is to break. Not sure what I have mentioned it, not to break it. Farotimi has said it that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that Nigeria is a zoo. He said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is actually giving them a good title, because he said that anybody that operates a zoo the way Nigeria is operating today, that the manager of that zoo should go to jail, because Nigeria is worse than a zoo, because a zoo cannot be managed the way Nigeria is being managed. You said a lot of things.
Yeah,
you know, some of them, they validate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they validate what we are doing. But for them to come out and say, look, break it now to save lives, they will just be beating around the bush.
Yes, Pastor Van Vavom, sorry. The reason why I say he comes in a subtle way is this. You see, I know he tried to kind of say that Nigeria is not a zoo. In fact, let me tell you, I agree with our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that Nigeria is a zoo. Nigeria is not what Mr. Dele Farotimi was talking about. The reason is this. I'm going to say this, you know. Why I'm saying this is this. Just like he actually identified that a zoo, we have somebody that owns it, and then the person will, like, if maybe the person is going astray, they can redirect or take away the, what is it called? Take away the license. I had to write on that. I had to correct him myself, telling him that I do not subscribe to that. Nigeria is a zoo and it is owned by Britain. They are running Nigeria the way they want to run it, so that it will benefit them and not benefit you. That is the truth. So that is the reason why I agree that Nigeria is a zoo and Nigeria is not a leprosy camp. So why I said, because coming in a subtle way, he will try to bring his own idea in order to make it look as if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's idea is wrong. It's not true. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's idea is very, very perfect. Nigeria is a zoo. Nigeria is a zoo, and it is run by the people that owns the zoo, and they run it the way they want to run it. That is it.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much, my brother. I really appreciate
thank you so much
tonight, and you've made the program stretch, and I love it. And in fact, I'm going to end the program now, because I've actually come to deliver the message I came to speak about tonight. This Igbo problem. Anyone that does not admit right now already that we should end Nigeria now, because the day any night you keep believing that there is hope for Nigeria, you are elongating this Igbo problem, and you are giving more problem.
That is the truth.
You are verifying or validating the people that have given your own tribe the problem, and now they're calling you a problem. No matter how positioned you are in that zoo, no matter the place they have kept you in that zoo, no matter the power you think you have to wield in that zoo, you are still, a problem to them. They see you as a problem.
That is the truth. That is the truth.
Because they cannot trust you. Tell me, with all the whole people that was running around Peter Obi with all the support he got, they still see him as a problem. They can never give him power.
Do you know what? I was listening to Peter Obi one certain time like that. He was like narrating something. Maybe they were telling him, giving him condition, how he was going to rule the country. So Peter Obi has not actually come out to tell us, the people, that we are giving him the condition. It probably might mean that Tinubu accepted the condition. That is the reason why Tinubu is the president. That is the reason why Tinubu is the president. So that means, going back to what Dele Faro to me was saying, it simply means the people probably that owns the zoo probably might have given them the condition, how they want it to be run. At the end of the day, the Igbo man will always be at the what? At the detriment or at the bottom line of everything, because the inscription is always there. The meaning of Kobo, they say, is what? Kill Ojukwu before others.
Hey.
Naira, never allow Igbos rule again. Those things are not by mistake. Those things are never by mistake. So, thank you so much, my brother. I greatly appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, Kachifo, my brother. Yeah. Thank you very much. Wonderful, wonderful. So, fellow Biafrans, I'm going to leave it here. Hopefully, I'm going to see you tomorrow morning. And it's almost midnight here. Igbo problem, we have come to end it. We have come to end it. There will be no such a thing, you know, referred to us as a problem. We are not going to wait for them, you know, to cast us out, you know, because they are not even ready to cast you out. They want to end you so that you will no longer be in the picture. Had they been the one to cast you out, they would say, okay, yeah, go, go, go. No, now they don't want you to go because they have a plan, a plot. But we are going to end you before you ever make any attempt at us. Thank you, Biafrans. I love you all. Kachifun, Airborne, Mazi Max. I didn't see you. Probably you didn't get to see the link. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Good night, everyone.
People don't know what is coming, do they? They have no idea. I feel sorry for the zoo. They have no idea. Any day that all of you gang up to support your one Nigeria garbage, the more you're digging your collective graves. Nigeria can never, ever be fixed. It's broken beyond repair. Can never be fixed. You see, the land of Biafra must be defended at all cost. At all cost. It is the land of God, given to his children for their eternal habitation. We may have failed in the past to recognize this very fact, but now that this generation has come, there is nothing anybody can do to stop us from restoring the kingdom of God upon the face of this very earth in the land of Biafra, without apologies to anybody. You see, the land.
I was told that in Kuwait they have categories of citizenship. They have the first class one, the second, the third, and the fourth. Is that what you said? They said those who are in the first class are those of them that fought the Iraqis when they came. Is that correct? Some people stayed here and they fought. They knew they would be outnumbered and overwhelmed, but out of honor and dignity, they stayed and they fought. And between you and me, I'm being very honest, if there is one thing we don't have as black people, we don't have honor, we don't have dignity.
As one brother wrote very eloquently, he said there are saboteurs everywhere, that every ethnic group have their own saboteurs, but there is something special about an Igbo sabo. that an Igbo saboteur is the special breed altogether. That his own sabo is spiritual saboteur. What drives him or her, he or she wouldn't know. If they try to be like you and they cannot be like you, the next thing is envy. And another thing is, what do I do to bring him down to my level? They're going to sabotage. That's the way they are. It's in their nature. Nobody can take that away from an Igbo man. It's how they are. That's how they are wired. As one brother wrote very